Dana White's the UFC president. How do you see Holly Holm losing before a rematch, Dana?
Saturday night was amazing. It was, everybody that was there. What you have to understand is first the Holly Holm-Miesha Tate fight, anybody who thought Holly Holm couldn't lose that fight is insane, because Miesha Tate has been the number 2 best fighter in the world for many, many years. I was actually trying to talk Holly Holm into waiting to fight her. She didn't want to. She wanted to go out and fight the number 2. So much respect to her. She went out and fought one of the baddest women in all of combat sports for many, many years. I don't think that was as much of an upset as Las Vegas did. You know what I mean? The Vegas odds makers are nuts. They had that thing like 4-1 or something. That's just
now,
ridiculous.
Dana, will that hurt how much will that hurt your Holm Rousey pay-per-view numbers?
Well, it's so funny. Every time we do there won't be a Holm Rousey. Now Ronda's going to fight Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate's the champion. That's who Ronda will fight. Ronda was going to fight whoever won this fight.
Okay.
So that was always the plan. So, and then as far as people always come out, and believe me, I've been hearing for years, oh man, what are you guys going to do when Chuck Liddell retires? Uh-oh, what happens when GSP is gone? Oh no, you better hope Anderson Silva doesn't. It's just, this is the sport, man. What makes this so exciting is that anything can happen at any time. Like you were talking about UConn, the same thing in boxing. Believe me, when somebody's a 4-1 underdog in boxing, they ain't winning the fight. It just never happens. And one of the things that you can really tell, all the celebrities that were there that night, they were all in my room after the fight. And you're talking about people who've done it all, seen it all, been to everything that you go to, and we're all in my back room going, oh my God.
Yeah, it was an amazing night.
Crazy.
Oh, it was it was an absolutely mesmerizing night of television. And I said this earlier, people are saying, oh, what happened? And I said, when's the last time boxing gave you 80, 90 minutes of that? It was incredible.
You're so right, Colin. Here's the thing that I was saying, too. Think about the zillions of dollars that were spent on Mayweather-Pacquiao, and the fight was terrible. Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor threw the weight classes out the window, and they said, you know what? We're two badass dudes that want to fight. Let's fight. So these guys go in, and they fought. And at the end of the day, if you're a fight fan, that's what you want to see. When you spend your money on the pay-per-view, go to a local bar and watch it, or you buy a ticket to go see a fight, you want to see a fight. And everybody who showed up on Saturday night in whatever venue, they saw what they came out to see.
Now, Dana, let me play devil's advocate, that Conor McGregor moved up 20 pounds, 2 weight classes in 11 days. Would it have been more prudent if somebody stepped in and said, you know what, I know we got a card, but Conor, this is too much in too short a time?
Yeah, that's the business side. So on the business side, we could have come in and said, Conor, no, this. But let me tell you what. Conor McGregor, nobody knew Conor McGregor 4 years ago. Now the guy is one of the biggest superstars on the planet, not just in Ireland, not just in the United States, on the planet. Do you know why? Because this guy likes to fight. He's hilarious. He's very smart, and he's a student of the game. And at the end of the day, when the big checks are rolling in and you got the big money in the bank, all these other guys want to hold back and ride this wave as long as they can. Conor McGregor doesn't care about any of that. He wants to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, and people love that.
Yeah, I mean, you and I grew up with boxing, and my number one criticism of boxing is that it never gave me as a consumer. If I go to a grocery store and I need eggs, and you don't have eggs, I'm going to a different grocery store. UFC this weekend gave me parity, it gave me depth, it gave me unbelievable hour and a half of fantastic television. Now, you got a bunch of fights coming up here, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but give my audience now, Dana, the next 2 big fights and the time.
Yeah, so in April, the next big fight is John Jones versus Cormier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a massive fight.
Massive.
Cormier wants this rematch so bad. He is now the champion. John Jones had a lot of problems outside of the octagon. He got all that behind him. He for the first time ever, what's scary about John Jones, perhaps the greatest ever to do this, right? He did it while not being sober. Now he is sober, taking this thing serious, training like an animal, and these two have huge animosity and hate each other. Then the fight after that is going to be UFC 200 in Vegas in July. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. This last weekend that just happened, incredible, and then we got a lot of other good stuff coming up too. But people want to talk about how bad was this? It's never bad when people are buzzing about the sport like this, and it's never bad. You know what's bad? What would have been bad is if those guys went in there and they just didn't fight. That would have been bad. Yeah. They went in there. Everything that this thing was advertised to be, it was.
Yeah, I would say it surpassed it, actually. On a drama level, Kristine and I were talking about it this morning. It surpassed. Well, I just couldn't tell you the last boxing card that I had to go back to Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, it was just Dana White, UFC president. We got to run, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.